Are we live? Oh, no, we're not. Hey, this is Shrapnel. Yay, they're one of our partners. Welcome back to the O Show, everything crypto and NFTs every day. You guys, we're going to be talking about why I'm so bullish on Ethereum. And yes, I've got a bag of Ethereum. I want to make money. I'm here to grift as ethically as possible. Plus, it's Friday. Shout out to our partners over at Shrapnel. I'm learning how to do all the fun settings over here because I get lazy. But we got a lot of exciting stuff to talk about today. Primarily Ethereum, because I'm here to pump my bags as ethically as possible, because why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? Again, I swapped a very irresponsible amount of Ethereum, or excuse me, stables to Ethereum. I think it was like 20 or 30 ETH. I don't know. For me, that was a lot of money. But anyways, we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it. We also have a poll at the top. We have a poll at the top over here. We have got, do you trade futures? Because this is where the bullish signal comes from. Also, too, it is Miss Teen Crypto's birthday. Please go wish her a happy birthday. Go subscribe to her channel, set alerts, handle that business. And yeah, she makes great content. So go follow her. You should. And go wish her happy birthday. I think she turned 21. She's not a baby anymore. But yes, love and light to Miss Teen Crypto. You're an awesome human being, and I'm very honored to be a friend of yours. But without further ado, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. And I've got the forehead wrinkles. A little bit. Anyways, let's get straight into it because I got a lot of work to do today. Also, didn't y'all's kids home today? Because my daughter's home today and Monday, which is fine. And she's so cute when she woke up this morning. She looked like a little turtley, and she's like her little rosy cheeks and her long wild hair. And I hope she's not playing Robux. I hope I get some cute little notes under my door. Anyways, you guys, let's get into it. So this is the entire crypto market cap here today. And we're down. Oh my God, what's happening? But BGB and Coin, which is an older one, Sats, Render, they're up. Render makes sense that it's up because it was successfully listed on Coinbase. And I told you guys is something that we talked about on the show. But let's go ahead and cover this story first, okay? So Ethereum, this is from the block. Ether perpetual futures open interest surge hits all-time high on Durbit. I don't trade on Durbit. I don't think I ever have. I think they're owned by the 3 Arrows Capital people. I don't know. But anyways, the open interest in Ethereum perpetual futures is surging across major centralized derivative exchange since the beginning of this month. The open interest for ETH futures across exchanges is currently over $10.1 billion. That's nice. The total number of outstanding perp future contracts for ETH on Durbit derivatives exchange hit an all-time high. Open interest on Durbit is now at $690 million. Daily ETH futures interest on Binance, Bybit, OKX, and CME have also increased, and ETH futures open interest on Binance hit a multi-month high of almost $3 billion. This is awesome. I'm excited. Yes. Is Ethereum pretty much centralized? Yes. Do they have ETHgate? Yes. Do they have problems? 100% they do. I am not denying. I'm not denying any of those problems, but I'm here to make as much money as ethically as possible because you want to know why? Everybody else is doing it, so why can't I do it? And I'm going to pay my taxes even though taxes are a scam. But anyways, Ethereum is doing really well. Very, very, very well. Let's go ahead and take a look at the charts over here for Ethereum. And then, of course, I will give you a Bitcoin market update because I am the best in the game. Just kidding. I'm just a mom. We just draw like some lines and stuff on the chart. So this is Ethereum. Oh my God, we're dumping. No, we're actually on the 4-hour chart. That's okay. So taking a look at the daily, we are having a bit of a pullback, which is okay. We talked about this. Bit of a pullback. It's okay. We can fall down to 2641 and we will still be okay. We will still be fine. It will be okay. I promise. Okay. But with Ethereum, when we do scale out and we look long term, this is the weekly chart. This candle is not a bearish candle. Basically, buyers and sellers, we had a pretty nice pump from about 25 to about 28. And basically, buyers and sellers are trying to figure out where they are in the market. That's what's happening. That's why you get these swing low highs. Are we going to have a correction and a move downwards? Not 100% sure yet. We'll have to kind of wait and find out. The weekly is very, very bullish. And again, even a move down to the 26 to 2400, I'm still bullish. And again, I like long-term Ethereum is going to be pretty bullish to me, just because Ethereum set the stage for a lot of these layer one projects. However, I'm still bullish on Solana and Cardano and Algo and all the rest of them, because these guys are going to continue to directly compete with each other. Now on the daily, we are looking like we want a little bit of a correction, which is fine. She can have one all she wants. I have to sneeze. Ugh. Gesundheit. God bless you. God bless America. Whew. God bless Low. And God bless you. All right. So again, even a move down to about 2642, I'm still chill with it. Taking a look at the 4-hour chart, 4 hours correcting. The 2400 would be down to the EMA 200, which I don't necessarily know if that's going to happen. I would wait and see what happens at about 2700 here, because since we had this move up, from February 6th, we retested the EMA 30 here. Totally cool, totally fine. Happy for it. Taking a look at ibit, which is the BlackRock, the grifters thing, the Bitcoin spot ETF. We're just going sideways, which is fine. It's a Friday. Now taking a look at the US dollar, because we haven't taken a look at her in a long time. Let's zoom out. Let's take a look at the weekly. I'm just kind of curious. I want to kind of see something. Okay. This thing trades so much fun. Again, it's down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. We dropped down. We retested the EMA 200, and now we're on our way up. So we've been in a bull run. And again, you guys, please make sure to smash a like. When you smash a like, that helps support me and the channel. And I hate saying it because it's horrible. It's annoying. Taking a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is up. She's doing absolutely fantastic. If you would like to trade with me, head over to CoinCatch. They're a partner of the channel. Not only are they a partner on the channel, they're giving away close to $5,000 for new signups. There is no KYC, and they have a lot of different altcoins you can trade with. And of course, Bitcoin. If you want to go on Coinbase, we've got the ref link there as well. We're here. Let's get into it. I'm a booty head. We're all booty heads. Yes, we are booty heads. Shout out to Low. But yeah, use my ref link on CoinCatch. But remember, not your keys, not your coins. And in addition to that, read the terms of services. And don't be irresponsible. Don't use high amounts of leverage. This is the Bitcoin weekly chart. Again, we are nice. We are not. I doubt we will close below 48,000 on the weekly. Taking a look at the daily, we're not really trading too terribly much. It's a kind of a tight consolidation between approximately 52 and about 53,000 over there. So now with that being said, we just kind of need to see what the market happens. One of the things I will say that does look bearish on this particular chart with me, and again, if you guys want to short and use my ref link, that's your business. Shorting is really, in these types of markets, is really for experienced traders. Most of you shouldn't be shorting right now. Just kind of take a step back. Don't get like, don't go into the hype and be like, oh my God, I got to short. Okay. I do believe we will have a pullback before the halving. I don't know the extent of that pullback, but at the same time, you'll probably make a lot more money just sitting it out. That's just my opinion, but y'all do what you want to do. But anyways, this is a little bit bearish to me because we're not able to kind of stay in this range and kind of go sideways on the larger time frame. The daily, the 4-hour looks nice, but we're looking like we're going to retest about $50,000. Okay. But really on the daily, even if we went down to about 49.5, we're still cool because that would kind of coincide with the price pump from February 4th as we retested the EMA. That's just my business. That's just my opinion. You do what works for you. Now, we need to give a correct shout out to the folks over at ETHDenver. I'm going to try to go. I don't think I'll be able to go. But more importantly, to silentswap and to squidgrow, because this is an affiliated squidgrow project. And honestly, we really kind of talk about privacy, and squidgrow is going to be able, I want to just call it squidgrow, but no, it's silentswap. Silentswap is going to help facilitate with that. They're part of the squidgrow family. It's powered by Secret Network. They're decentralized, trustless, non-custodial cross-chain aggregator, and basically means you could swap anything from any chain with privacy. Why is that important? Well, I know that you all pay your crypto taxes. We're all law-abiding as citizens. But at the same time, we did a video yesterday talking about the executive order when it came to gold back in 1933. So basically, because of all the insanity happening from the Great Depression, the feds came in, the public servants came in and said, we need your gold. So basically, they actually did go in and they confiscated gold from people to a certain extent. But that was kind of complex because they didn't have the databases and technology that we have today. But with crypto, they know what we have because it's public. So that's why being able to have a solution like silentswap is going to be a game changer. It's not because you're doing anything wrong. It's not because you're hiding anything. It's protecting your privacy. It really is. Because in my personal opinion, when we talk about money, crypto in some cases is money. Bitcoin is money to me. 100%. And we talk about, I think having access to your money is a basic human right, because in 2024, if you do not have access to money, you do not have access to pay your mortgage, pay rent, for shelter, for food, for clothing, for basic necessities. So I really think that that silentswap, which is a product of squidgrow, is going to be a game changer. So again, we talked about it yesterday, but I'm talking to you guys about it again. And being able to bridge and do all these things seamlessly is extremely important. Okay, now make sure y'all smash a like so I don't have to beg. But we've got a very, very interesting story over here. Do I want to make this a second news story? Do I want to make it today's news story? Actually, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make it the second news story because it's a little bit controversial. It's going to be a little bit controversial, but that's okay. That's okay. All right. Let's take a look at this. What is this? What is Jambo? What is this? The hee-haw? What is this? Oh, Aptos joins crypto smartphone race with Jamba Phone partnership. Aptos partnered with the manufacturer Jambo. They will build on the launch of the new Jamba Phone, a $99 smartphone designed to unlock digital economy for users in Africa, Southeast Asia, and Latin America. It launched in January. It's available in over 40 countries, and the phone comes with a pre-installed app including Aptos compatible wallet, Petra. Another pre-installed app offers a comprehensive introduction to Web3 through which Jamba Earn and Jamba Academy educational suite. They will soon offer income opportunities through the app's Quest feature. Okay. I want to talk about this because this is actually directly competing with Solana's phone. Solana's phone, I believe, is 2,500. If anybody wants to fact check me in the chat. Does anybody want to fact check me? So the fact that this phone is $99 and it has like a Web3 tutorial thing, which is super cool. Again, I haven't played with the Solana phone, so I don't know. I haven't played with this phone, but I like the battle here. And I like that we're actually finally seeing crypto companies launch phones. However, I would need to know more about the mobile wallet. And I wouldn't also, because that's great that it's an altcoin. Absolutely fantastic. Don't care about that. But just as long as the people have access to Bitcoin and they can store their Bitcoin there, I'm okay with that. So I don't know. I think it's interesting. Are you guys team Aptos or team Solana? Aptos or Solana? This is cool though. And I like that the phone is $99. It's affordable to people. And I also don't know what market Solana is targeting, but this seems like a really good route for Aptos in my personal opinion. It does. I was like, what is this? What is this? Hold on. The Dust Bowl was around 1933. That's when the Howey test came in. Yep, it totally did. And almost really back to silentswap and the gold, the executive order with gold. Yeah, that was 1933 when all the securities laws came into play, when the Great Depression happened, and they were literally going and confiscating people's assets, their hard assets. And that's why Bitcoin is so important, is because you can't necessarily confiscate that. You can figure out who has what, but you can't necessarily confiscate that. It's harder to. Food for thought, though, especially with everything that we're seeing happen. So just a little bit of food for thought there. And another thing to you guys, some basic OPSEC, don't keep all your crypto on one wallet. I've got 6,000 scattered everywhere. All right. So this story here, this is so funny. So Myro, shout out to Myro. But this rapper, apparently, is this a rapper? I don't know who this is, but this person, I don't know who it is. They're a very well-known person. Basically, they're mentioning it. And it says, Bitcoin is running again, so I got back into crypto space to trade some memes. Came across Solana because of a meme called Myro. I have a bag now. Glad I found this on your chain. And he's basically talking about the Solana guys over there. And then he posts a chart. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about that. So we're so back. We're absolutely back. When you got rappers, because way back when KSI came out too, he came out of his corner, a little huddle or a little hole in the ground, whatever. He's talking about crypto now. So when you start to see a lot of these big name celebrities talk about crypto, you know you're in the bull market. Also too, to me, this is a promotional post, which is fine. That's their business. But you should disclose. So be careful when you see tweets that are formulated that way. Generally, they are partnered with us. Anytime we're partnering, we'll do hashtag ad or partner. These are my partners up here. We've got them plastered everywhere. I'm also going to be dropping a sponsored video for you guys on Sunday at 3:30 p.m. PST, so go watch that. But anyways, back to what I'm saying. We're super back. Just be cautious, okay? Just be cautious. Myro's cool. We've partnered with them. And just be cautious. Just be cautious. Again, there's a lot of fun stuff happening on Solana. But anyways, let's get into it. What's next? All right, this story over here. Come on. This is from Michael Saylor. I don't really care for him, but I want to play this. Actually, I can't play this clip with Dave Portnoy. Basically, what he is saying over and over and over again is Bitcoin effed me. Bitcoin effed me because he had paper hands and he sold it. So the only asset I feel comfortable holding long term is Bitcoin. I will hold that long term, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to trade it. It doesn't mean that I am going to mortgage my house for it. It doesn't mean that it is the end all be all. It's still a very, very speculative asset. No, I have no other accounts. All of my official accounts are at CryptoWendyO.com. All the handles are CryptoWendyO. I own the trademarks. Anyways, Bitcoin is an asset that I feel is safe to hold, me personally, but you got to do your due diligence on that. But Dave was basically saying when I should have taken $10 million and bought into Bitcoin and just held. Yeah, you should have. A lot of us have. And a lot of us have been in the trenches. You, me, TikTok, we've all been in the trenches with Bitcoin. And that's why that's why when I see people using leverage with Bitcoin, that's your business, but you don't need to use a high amount of leverage. And if you don't trade full time, and if you don't have a good strike rate, you don't need to be trading it. Anyways, but yeah, shout out to Dave Portnoy. But this is the thing. This is my issue with Michael Saylor. You do not sell your Bitcoin. Well, Michael, let's talk about your business model to an extent. From my understanding and what I can piece together, just being a shock jock, is that Michael Saylor takes capital from his company, not his money. They take their capital, they buy Bitcoin, then they take loans out on that, etc. And then they're able to pay. That's just a rinse and repeat thing that they're doing. And a lot of people do that. A lot of people with money and wealth, they do that. They take they take out loans and whatnot on their assets, etc. Okay, and you should sell your Bitcoin. Anybody that tells you should not sell your Bitcoin, tell them GFY. You're going to have to sell your Bitcoin. I've had in my early days, I've had to sell Bitcoin to pay for expenses, to attend events, different types of things. And that's okay. It is 100% okay to sell some of your Bitcoin. You need to. The whole point of Bitcoin is to improve the quality of life of you and your family. And if you are in Bitcoin and you are not taking profit, or you're not spending it, or God forbid there's an emergency that comes up and you don't use it for that, or you want to buy your first home, I don't know what to tell you. Those are things that you should have in your trading and investing journal. If you're just buying Bitcoin to have essentially as a 401k or a hedge against the US dollar long term, and you don't plan on taking profit on it, or you plan on passing it down to your family, that's fine. That's your business. But remember, a lot of these people that are spewing to you this ideology, you hold your Bitcoin forever, don't always listen to them, because it might not fit your life situation. You want to do what's best for you and your family. And once we start hitting like $100,000 Bitcoin, I'm going to start scaling out a little bit, because I want to take some profit. I want to buy additional properties. I want to make sure that this house is paid off and it's 100% my daughter's name. So God forbid something happens to me, she has a place. Okay? Those are important things to matter. Bitcoin is not the end all be all. And that's why I've got issues with some of the maximalists. Okay? 300 people in the chat. Never sell. If you don't want to. Yep, Queen was right. Got money for wars, but cannot feed the poor. Tupac. And I love Tupac. I want to talk about Tupac a little bit. A lot of Tupac's music was not written for me, but I resonate with a lot of it. I grew up listening to it, and I respect it, and I appreciate for what he has done in his impact. And I will say there is a band called Crass. It's a punk rock band, and I was just thinking about them earlier. They have a song that's called Fight War, Not Wars. What does that mean? Fight war, not wars. It basically means we don't want war. Fight against having them. Fight against having war, because it's just hurting people. But I understand you need to go after the bad people. You need to go after the bad people. You should, to an extent. But at the same time, like, I'm just so sick of all the bickering and fighting. Like, I want to see people in America. I want to see American citizens. I want to see people that are putting work into our economy, the hardworking Americans. I want to see y'all whole, because you guys deserve it. And I'm a person to where I was brought up. I was brought up in an old school Italian Sicilian household. I'm very much immigrant mindset. Like, my grandma and my great aunt, they grew up poor. They grew up without a mother. They're first generation. Were they born here? I think it depends. It just depends. Were they born here? On that side, yeah. On that side, 1, 2, 3. I'm third generation on that side. On my dad's side, don't know. We don't know. Might be second generation on that side. But anyways, so they grew up through the Depression. My great aunt and my grandma grew up through the Depression, and they lost their mom when they were young, so they were taking care of their dad. And I just want to see hardworking American. And like, back to what I was saying, like, why I have that mindset is like, I don't believe in handouts and that type of stuff. But like, back then was a really, really hard time. But then we had like the 50s and the 60s and the 70s and 80s where we had like a 40-year period where people were able to live and to survive. Like, you could work a minimum wage job and you can afford a 1-bedroom apartment. And I wish we can see America back to that. But a lot of the policies that they're pushing to get America back to where we need to get, like, we have some dodo in LA County. She's like, or no, I think the mayor or something. She's like, we need $50 an hour minimum wage. You make $50 an hour minimum wage in LA and there will be no businesses here. It will be just straight poverty. There will be nothing. Nobody could afford it. Like, that's just absurd. But I think that there's a happy medium that can be done. I think there's other things that they can do to improve the quality of life for people and also make things more affordable without having to do anything absurd like that. Because if you raise minimum wage to $50 an hour, pharmacists, for example, pharmacists get paid $50 an hour. Some of those types of jobs do. Like, forget it. Absolutely forget it. It's going to cause such an upheaval. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. We're here to talk about crypto. I do stand on business. The reason why I stand on business, I'll tell you, shout out to Callie, is because I'll say what I want to say, and it might not be popular, but I always will stand on my business, and I do. One of the things is, like, my hill was with the babies, as I love the kids. They're freaking awesome. All right, let's talk about this. This is from Look On Chain. All right, February 16 update. 8 ETFs added 13,460 Bitcoin, which is $702 million. Today, while Grayscale only decreased 2,555 Bitcoin, iShares BlackRock added 6,380. So basically, what does this mean? What does this mean with all of this ETFs update? Basically, what this means is they're taking your Bitcoin. Also, too, the Bitcoin spot ETFs have done incredibly well numbers-wise. I'm very, very pleased for all these people. Hopefully, they'll pump our bags. But realistically, you guys, at the same time, I'm only going to invest in a Bitcoin spot ETF if it helps me tax-wise. I'm only going to do that. Why? Because I don't want to give these people my money. They've taken enough from me in my local communities. Like, I don't want to give them any more money. But if it's going to help me get a tax write-off, because again, the more money I make, the more I can give back. One of the organizations I have on autopay is House of Ruth, that services DVSA survivors in Los Angeles County, both men and women and everything in between. Another organization is a self-care lab. Well, they were in Montclair, but I want to be able to buy them a building. Like, when I can afford to buy them a big building, I'm going to. But those are the nonprofits I help, and that's because I've been able to do well and I'm able to give back. Shout out to our kids. Anyways, let's get back into it. So just pump my bags. That's funny. Oh. Kanye, let me tell you something. Kanye is unhinged. Kanye has been absolutely unhinged. And also, too, I woke up yesterday morning and I saw I was on TikTok because I have to see what the trends are so I can make content. And I see the SZA, Sexy Red, and Drake, like how they did the little music video thing. And SZA's running up the stairs. She's like cussing at Drake and yelling at him. And Drake is like, it's just funny. It is so, so funny. Like, I was just dying. Like, it's just fantastic. I loved it. I love it. Absolutely love it. But it's just like, anyways, what story is this? Justin, the Federal Reserve governor says, I don't want banks holding large amounts of crypto ETFs. Of course, the Federal Reserve says that. All right, let me clear my throat a bit. Why doesn't the Federal Reserve want banks holding large amount of crypto ETFs? This is stupid. This makes no sense. Well, actually, no, this does make sense. This does make sense. I just thought about it right now. So the Federal Reserve does not want the banks holding large amount of reserves for the FTFs because the banks are not responsible enough to hold these. Because the banks don't even segregate your assets. Because I want to say it was the Federal Reserve. I forget who passed a damn law, but somebody said that you need to hold zero reserves. So that's why they don't want the banks holding the reserves of the crypto spot or the crypto ETFs because of that. Please, this is just, and you want to know why this is happening? Because we have a lack of regulation, because we have a lack of legal clarity of what people can and can't do. And the banking system is collapsing right in front of us. This is just a mess, an absolute mess. I'm embarrassed. I am embarrassed. But this is a good thing because companies like Gemini and Coinbase will be able to custody the crypto. But then again, it's a double-edged sword because we don't have any real regulation and guidelines for what these crypto companies can and can't do with user funds. Basically, after the crypto contagion, they came out and they says, you know what, we're gonna show proof of reserve so we can segregate customers' funds. But again, by law, they're not really required to do that. So it's like a double-edged sword here. So what are we gonna do? So the best way to custody your crypto is to hold it yourself. Does somebody can you all drop me a comment? Let me know your thoughts on this, please. This is, yeah, sexy red for president. Shout out to Queen. I do want the old Kanye back too. He's a mess. I really liked when he was with Kim. I did. Because people could get mad at me for saying this all they want, but honestly, women, we hold it down. Like if you have a good woman, she's going to hold it down for you and tell you when you're acting a mess. Also too, being with the music man. Oh, that is a full-time job. That is a full-time job when you're with a music man because they're crazy, but they're fun though. The volatility there is so much fun. There's so much energy and so much passion and connection there. It's the funnest thing ever, but they're crazy. They are a damn mess. And Kanye is no exception. But I really appreciated their relationship. It was just cute. That was me, though. You can get mad at me because everybody's going to say it's all fake, but I'm a hopeless romantic. Let me be. Anyways, that's my thoughts on the Federal Reserve because the Federal Reserve is a ghetto mess. And the Federal Reserve, they make all these laws with what the banks can and can't do, but then they allow the banks to fail because they allow the banks to take customer money, invest it in things, and not segregate the funds. It's just a hot mess. It really, really is here. All right. Vaneck cuts Bitcoin ETF fees as competition among issuers intensifies. The Vaneck's HODL spot ETF will be lowering its sponsor fee from 0.25 to 0.2 starting February 21st, according to recent filing. Vaneck sent me merch. I don't know where it is. Where's my damn merch? I need to go to the P.O. box to check it. All right. Let's see right here. All right. So why are they lowering rates? Well, the reason why they're lowering rates because they want to be able to actively compete in the market. Why do they want to actively compete in the market? Well, that is because there's a lot. I think there's 13 other Bitcoin spot ETFs and they want to get your money because they know, these traditional financial people know, once you get a 401k or an IRA or an ETF or what in the actual F of yourmom.com, what ends up happening is you ended up leaving it with that company forever because we end up forgetting about it. I couldn't even tell you where my 401k is. Don't know where it is. Out of sight, out of mind. I just know it's there. Losing money. And with that being said, they want to lower the fees as low as possible, and they're going to do it for a short period of time. And then once the market cools down and once they meet their quotas, they're going to raise them. I bet you if you read the disclosures, it's probably for a very, very limited time and they're going to raise them. But once they got you, they got you. And then they just keep making money off of you. That's how that works. Now, the SEC charges Vaneck Associates for failing to disclose influencers' role in connection with ETF launch. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Let's read about this. Vaneck will pay a penalty of $1.75 million civil penalty to settle the SEC charges. They found that Vaneck failed to disclose the social media influencer's role in the launch of Vaneck Social Sentiment ETF in March 2021. The influencer was hired to promote the ETF. The fee structure linked to the fund size was not disclosed to the ETF's board during the process, and the lack of disclosures limited the board's ability to consider the economic impact of the licensing arrangement and the influencers' involvement. Vaneck agreed to the SEC's order, including a cease and desist order, a censure, and a monetary penalty without admitting or denying the findings. So this is what happens. Basically, they settle. And again, we talk about settling all the time. The reason why you settle is because it makes it a lot more affordable than going to court and tying up the court system, because the courts are a mess. But that's crazy. So this happens all over the place. And maybe it wasn't the influencer. Maybe it was Vaneck in this case. I don't know. I don't have all the details. We just have the press release. But that's why you just got to disclose. Just disclose. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I got a lot of crap for disclosing my paid promos for a long time. Don't care. Still going to take them. Still going to vet them. And still going to disclose. Not a big deal. Just disclose. So Vaneck, disclose. Disclose, disclose, disclose. Anyways. My hands smell like metal because I was lifting weights this morning. And I found out I got 15-pound weights. So I'm going to be lifting at home, but I'm doing like the deadlift style things at home. I'm going to get more as time goes on, but I've been using 15 weights for like the other exercises, and I'm starting to get more muscles here. And then my back is getting a little bit snatched. That's like my problem area. That's from my dad's side, not my mom's side. My mom's side of the family, my mom. That's my mom. Anyways, as Bitcoin rallies, banks are pushing U.S. regulators to change crypto guidance. The letter comes during the renewed push in Congress to repeal the rule, and the SEC wants banks to count crypto held for clients as liability. Let's read this and cover it because this is important. So, some banks and trade groups want the SEC to change crypto accounting rules to cut costs. Current rules make it expensive for banks to hold crypto for customers. They request changes to exclude certain assets and exempt regulated lenders, ensuring disclosure. Lawmakers aim to repeal current guidance, but success depends on White House and Democrat support. So let's talk about that. Now, we got the money makers coming into the space. We got traditional finance coming in the space, and they're agreeing with basically what they're doing. They're reaching out to regulators and saying, you know what? This is too expensive for us to do. So fix the law. So change the laws so we can make more money. Isn't that so crazy that the traditional finance and trade groups are coming to the SEC and they want to change in the law so they can make more money? But when we want lower tax rates, when we want different things to happen with our money and how we pay taxes, we don't get that same respect. Do you see how this works? Are you not awake yet? Are you not awake that these people don't care about you? Your banks are not safe. The public servants are not safe. Everybody is compromised. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. So we're going to, let's see. And it's going to be on the hush hush too. Let's see if we get a change to crypto guidance because of this. Because you know these guys got money. You know they're lobbying. You know they're bribing the public servants. That's crazy, though. Ooh. Yep, let's talk about CBDCs. Let's get into it. Queen said, my boss just called me by. Queen is out here. It's big. Oh, we talked about that one. This one right here. U.S. regulators do have some control over stablecoin Tether, JP Morgan. USDT's appeal relative to other stablecoins will likely diminish as regulators will require more transparency and compliance with new anti-money laundering standards, the report said. So let's read it over here, okay? So, JP Morgan's warns Tether's dominance is risk due to its reliance on the U.S. market and potential regulations. Regulations, including OFAC, can impact Tether's offshore usage, affecting stability. Global stablecoin regulation via FSB may further limit unregulated stablecoins like Tether. JP Morgan suggests new regulations could make Tether less attractive compared to more compliant stablecoins. We've got like two stablecoins. We have Tether and we have we have USDC. So make your mind up, okay? Tether wants dominance. Okay, so this is JP Morgan talking. So we have to go ahead and go straight to the source, follow the money. So we talk about JP Morgan. We talk about Jamie Dimon, who hates crypto. But then again, I believe they're one of the custodians. What are they doing? They're doing something with the Bitcoin spot ETFs. I forgot what it is. But with that being said, Tether's impacting their business line. The only reason why someone like JP Morgan would come out and say something is strictly because it's impacting their bottom line. And again, they want to have that CBDC. So I think the banks and the public servants are trying to figure out a happy medium between everybody to where they can profit as much as possible. And also stop some of these smaller players, because let's face it, Tether, I understand Tether's done extremely well, but it's a small player in compared to what's all of traditional finance. So I don't know. That's pretty interesting to me. But we do need some sort of regulations. Yeah, that's a wizard hat because I support the Taproot Wizards. U.S. Treasury debunks native that H relied on crypto to fund the T thing. So the U.S. Treasury just walked into the game. Treasury official Brian Nelson said that H received minimal crypto support. Initial reports suggest significant crypto funding for H were exaggerated. The actual amount received by H, which is the bad guys, is very low. The Wall Street Journal initial report was revised after contradicting data from blockchain analytic firms. Some lawmakers still use overslated figures to advocate for strict regulation. T's prefer traditional financial products and services, and the Treasury aims to disrupt T use of crypto. Let's talk about this. So basically, y'all remember that report that came out that was attacking crypto? It was bad. And basically, they're saying that crypto is the only way that these horrible, bad people are facilitating their horrible, bad things that they're doing. Well, that was fake. And it was very exaggerated for the most part. And the reason why it's exaggerated is very easy to blame a small industry like crypto. Very, very easy because of the likes of Sam Bankman-Fried, because of the crypto contagion, because Silk Road, because there have been some illicit transactions with crypto, and we can prove that, we can see that. But then when you look at when you take a look at all the good transactions, it heavily outweighs. But with cash, you can't track it. So it makes sense that they would do this, and of course, it makes sense that mainstream media would be speaking on this as well. So again, take these stories with a grain of salt, and take what I'm saying with a grain of salt too. Now, this is long. All right, so this is from Mr. Patrick Hillman. When Angus Berwick was at Reuters, he frequently wrote hit pieces on Binance that were 80% a myth and frequently fact-checked by third parties after the fact, including absurd allegations that Binance shared this person's data with the FSB, something that his COS, chief of staff, publicly disputed. This is from Tom Emmer. He said, today I asked the Treasury head of FinCEN and OFAC about the Wall Street Journal reporting of the H. So basically, this is just another. So if you guys don't know who Patrick Hillman is, he used to work over at Binance and then he stepped down. Part of the reason why he stepped down is I believe he had, he's had some family stuff going on. And, it's important to be able to step down and to do all of those things. Why wouldn't you? Okay. Sometimes people need a break. But I'm telling you, a lot of the pieces that were written about Binance, and this is why I know that there is an unjust attack against Binance. Again, I'm not saying Binance is innocent and CZ is 100% innocent. I'm simply saying during the entire bull market, all we heard was horrible things about Binance. Horrible things about Binance. And now it's starting to come to light that a lot of it is BS. And again, with mainstream media, they accept compensation sometimes to create articles and to create media pieces. Follow the money there and don't blindly believe. That's why I always tell you guys to continue self-educating yourself, because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know. But shout out to Binance. I about had it with our public servants in Binance. All right. Sullivan and Cromwell in line for coveted Binance watchdog role. Binance agreed to monitorship as part of DOJ play deal. Crypto company pleaded guilty to criminal charges last year. Did they plead guilty to criminal charges? They just paid a settlement. But anyways, Sullivan and Cromwell could be appointed as the independent monitor for Binance Holding Ltd. following their settlement with the U.S. government. SNC managed the bankruptcy of FTX. SNC is considered the leader for contender for monitorship. Appointment hasn't been officially confirmed, but SNC is at the top of the list. The DOJ is close to approving the firm. A monitor's job is to ensure that Binance is complying with its plea agreement and taking steps to address the shortfalls of its AML and sanctions programs. They will have access to the company records, facilities, and employees. They will use this data to conduct reviews and send periodic reports to the government. So basically, even though Binance is not an American company, these people are going to be in their business. How scary is that? Can you imagine being operating in the U.S. and being told, no, you can't operate here, then taking your business 100% off seas. And even though you did that for years and years and years, people are still looking into you from that country you're not allowed to do business in. That's how America works. That's a mafia. That's exactly what happened. Wow. Would you look at that? And the attorneys are just making money. I don't think that all attorneys are bad. I don't. I feel like a lot of the people that file lawsuits, y'all kick that stuff off and you need to knock it off. But that's just more money that Binance has to spend. And you know what sucks about it? Binance has such good programs when it comes to like giving back. But again, public servants don't care. Just a big old thing. I wonder how much money Solomon and Cromwell has lobbied for public servants. Coinbase shares surge after posting first quarterly profit in 2 years. Coinbase, the largest U.S. venue for buying and selling cryptocurrencies, said net income totaled $273 million in the fourth quarter. This was driven by the approval of the first Bitcoin spot ETF and broad expectations for improving macroeconomic conditions in 2024. I have to sneeze again. Excuse me. Coin shares pumped over 12% today on the news. And I also believe, where is it? Let me see if I can find it. Was it on my page? Did I retweet it? Oh, this right here. Excuse me. Coinbase fourth quarter, 953 million. It was estimated that 826 million. So basically they were able to earn a lot more money than it was expected. Their actual revenue in quarter four of last year was 953 million, and it was estimated 826 million. So coin is probably something you want to pay attention to. And in addition to that, Coinbase ain't going anywhere. And that's why I'm glad that I partnered with me and they gave me a ref link. So if you want to use my Coinbase ref link, use it. If not, that's your business. Anyways, I'm very just curious to see how this is all going to play out with Coinbase, honestly, because they're also getting sued by the SEC for listing securities. Now, this is crazy over here. This, again, another attack on crypto. A bank CEO from Kansas has been charged, this is all alleged, has been charged after he stole $47 million from the bank and used that money to buy cryptocurrencies in his personal account. His actions caused the bank to collapse. If found guilty, he will be fined $1 million. And I said, so he made a bad choice and they're highlighting crypto. I want to know this, though. How are you going to steal? How do you steal $47 million? I don't have a lot of the details here, but how do you steal $47 million? How? Can somebody tell this to me? How are you going to steal $47 million? And he used it to buy crypto? That seems like a cop-out to me. I don't know about you guys, but I thought that was funny, so I wanted to share it with you. What's this? Oh, all right. So this is the Elizabeth Warren flag thing that happened yesterday. So Elizabeth Warren didn't turn pro-crypto, but yes, this is the best political troll I've seen in a long time. So basically, the flag of the United States of America is to certify that the flag was thrown over the United States Capitol in honor of Satoshi Nakamoto. Elizabeth Warren signed it. I think she's a grifter. I said horrible things about her yesterday. But basically, you could order a flag. So if you want to order a flag from the office, please use flag order form. Flags are available in different sizes. All flag purchases include a dedication message, which may be customized for the recipient. You may choose to have your new flag flown over Capitol for additional charge. Flags flown over the Capitol include certificate, which may be personalized for a particular person or event. So basically, Elizabeth Warren is trolling, but this is also kind of stupid, though. It's just dumb. This whole thing is dumb. She's dumb. She's still a scumbag. Anyways. Craig Wright trial includes ninja antidote cited as proof he's the Bitcoin creator Satoshi. So if you guys do not know who Craig Wright is, we're going to take a trip down memory lane. Okay, so basically Craig Wright's trial, it's basically to see whether Craig Wright is Satoshi or not. And it's supposed to be completed soon, hopefully, because this has been going on since 2020, I believe. So Wright's sister took the stand today. And hold on a second before I talk about this. Okay, his sister, Danielle DeMorgan. I do know somebody else that's very close to him as well, and I wanted to make sure this wasn't my friend before I said anything. I have nothing against Craig Wright's family, any way, shape, or form. I just don't believe that he's Satoshi. Basically, she recounted a blog post that she wrote that stated when she heard the name Satoshi, she knew it was Wright. In the blog, she recounted the time she saw Wright in the park dressed as a ninja when he was 18. This is another reason why she thinks Wright is Satoshi. She also saw Wright around 2008 in a room full of computers, and he explained he's working on something important. I don't think Craig is important, I don't think Craig is Satoshi. I don't think that this testimony proves that in any way, shape, or form. If Craig Wright was Satoshi, he would be able to move the wallets, the Bitcoin that was in Satoshi's wallets. That's my opinion, though. So I don't know. It's becoming just a big old silly goose chase thingamabob of your mom.com. That's my personal opinion. But people love to waste money in the courts. Now, Revolt to introduce crypto exchange targeting advanced traders. So if you're an advanced trader, this is for you. What is it going to do? Apparently, you can already buy crypto through Revolt on the banking app, and the exchange will offer lower fees than trading through the Revolt app. Cool. So if you're a professional trader, use it if you want to. I don't know. Read their terms of services. Also, the UK enters recession after steeper than expected fall in GDP. We already know we're in a recession. We already know that we are in a recession. We do. We know already. While previous recessions were long-lasting, such as during the global financial crash of 2008-9, this one is likely to be mid and short-lived, according to analysts. I think that they're lying. And then we got to talk about this. So this is from OpenAI. This is Sora. Text-to-video model. It can create videos up to 60 seconds featuring highly detailed scenes, complex camera motion, and multiple characters in vibrant motion. Basically, the prompt is a beautiful snowy city in Tokyo. The camera moves through the bustling city street, following several people enjoying beautiful snow weather. And this is what it came up with. It's 15 seconds, so we could watch it. It's still not super realistic, but it will be realistic. I don't like it. And I'm gonna rant for a minute about AI with you guys right now, okay? So the stuff with AI, and people are like, oh, it's going to put out all the OF models. It's going to put out all the content creators. Yeah, it's going to. It's going to take away a lot of jobs from everybody in every single industry. You don't think they're going to use the power of AI for robots, and you don't think all like the electrician jobs and the truck driving jobs and all the other jobs are going to go away? Every single job is going away because of AI. And I understand that people are like, okay, well, AI can make your life easier. Well, yes and no. I really think what's going to happen with AI, and again, I grew up watching horror sci-fi movies from the 50s and 60s when I was a kid. I really think AI is going to push us into, okay, so basically we've printed more money than we need to. We are in debt. Countries are struggling. Everybody's struggling. People can't make ends meet. And remember when Powell came on and he said that they did what they had to do in the short term and it's not bad, but the long term it is bad. In the next 30 years, everything's going to completely collapse. Essentially, that's what he said. Yeah, AI is universal income. So that being said, he pretty much told us things are effed. Things are absolutely effed. So now we have this brand new tool called AI, which again, AI coins are going to pump the hardest. So we have this tool AI that's supposed to make people's lives better, but essentially what it's doing is going to take jobs away from people. And when we take jobs away from people, then everybody's going to, in order to live and to survive, people are going to need UBI. They're going to need universal basic income. And that's going to be distributed through the form of a CBDC. That's my personal opinion. So anyways, I got to go. My kid's waiting for me. I need some yogurt. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to drop a video for y'all at 7:30 p.m. or 3:30 p.m. PST. There was a video I wanted to do. Yeah, it's going to be about Tron and Bitcoin ordinals. So make sure you guys stick around for that. It'll be fun. I'll drop it at 3:30 p.m. PST. But anyways, sending y'all love and light. WendyO's out. And of course, I'm going to be live streaming tomorrow at 10 a.m. around there. Anyways, bye-bye. Bye, babies.